Hey everybody, we're going to do a news of the day video today. So this is all NHL and Montreal Canadiens related news, and we're going to get right into it, no wasting time. Congratulations to Cole Caufield, Montreal's top prospect, at least in my opinion. I think he's the top prospect right now. He just won the Freshman of the Year award in the NCAA's Big Ten Conference. Not a surprise to me. I kind of expected that he would, and I don't know, I might have said it in a video at the beginning of the season or not. I don't know if I did or not. But I kind of expected that he would. It's not really a surprise. I believe he had 35 or 36 points at the end of the season in a similar number of games. I think they play 34 to 36 games in the NCAA. So he definitely had a great season. He's going back for a second one, as we know. He's committed for one more season, at least. I believe it'll only be the one more. And congratulations. Great job. Okay, next up is the AHL. The AHL officially, I know they said, I don't know, I thought they had officially canceled their rest of the 2019-20 season, but I guess it hadn't been official. They did yesterday officially announce it. For me, it begs a question of what's going to happen with the AHL, the ECHL, any lower leagues in hockey. They're very gate driven, so their funding comes from the ticket sales and beer sales and food sales and shirts and all that, concessions. So without having fans there to play games, and look, face it, it's probably not going to be fans at games for 2 seasons, 3 seasons, I think. I would think for the next 2 seasons, we're not going to have fans in the stands, really. I don't see how they're going to work that out. I don't even see our fans going to want to go and be crowded into an arena with everything that's going on. You know, I don't think it's going to happen. So what are the lower leagues going to do? I know that there was one that went bankrupt, I thought. I don't know what team it was, but I was reading yesterday, and brain fart, I can't remember the team that I think went bankrupt. Can't remember. So it begs a question: what is the AHL going to do, and what is the NHL going to do if they don't have a lower league to develop players in? We need to have leagues for all these players. We can only have so many players on the roster. Yes, they can expand the roster. I've heard talk about maybe going to 30 players on a roster, but it doesn't take care of all the players that are on the lower, in the minors. Now, granted, not all the players in the minors are really legitimate prospects to make the NHL. That I get, but still, we need a development league. If we don't have a development league, I don't see what they're going to do. And for the major sports like football, basketball, they don't need it. They've got college for that. I think college will be fine. For baseball, they also have the AAA, AA ball, like all that. They're in the same position. I would imagine that in baseball, those lower leagues as well are mostly funded by the gate. And when that goes away, what do they do? So this is a problem, and I don't know what the answer is going to be, but I don't get what's going to happen as far as developing. We know that they're allowed only 50 contracts and blah, blah, blah. Like, you know, they can't have everybody in the NHL. So it's a big question. What happens with the lower leagues? I'm interested in what you guys think on that. So please let me know in the comment section. What do you think would go on? I'm not getting the words out right today. What do you think the AHL, the ECHL, and in baseball, I don't know what their leagues are called. I know it's AA, AAA, whatever they call that. What do you think would happen with those leagues without fans in the stands? Will they be able to survive? Will they go bankrupt? Will we have to come up with a new solution to the problem? Let me know what you think in the comment section. Next up, Gary Bettman says NHL not considering, they have not been considering canceling the season. At no point, he says, yet has he been considering calling an end to the season. He's also said that because states and cities in the U.S. are starting to open up, that he kind of thinks that they'll be able to get the games in. Somehow they'll figure out a way to do it, and we're kind of waiting on word for that. He's also made a suggestion that an extension to the CBA is going to be possible without obviously going on a strike or a lockout. That would be great. And I've mentioned this in a video before that I think there might be as much as a 10-year extension to the CBA. Now, this is stuff I've heard online, I guess, on Twitter mostly. And I think it's possible because considering everything this year with the interruption, with the unknown for how the season's going to go, for the kind of weirdness if there's an early draft, and blah, blah, blah. And I don't think the NHL can afford to have a lockout or a strike once everything gets back. And yeah, there's 2 more seasons left, or 2 more years left on the CBA. But even 2 years after all this, I don't think they can afford to do that. So it's kind of necessary for the NHL and the NHLPA to work this out. Apparently, they've been working closely because of the COVID, and it's gotten them to be getting along better. And this is probably what's might allow that to happen. So that would be great to not have to worry about a lockout. Bill Daly from the NHL, I don't know what office he has, but the NHL's Bill Daly says the draft decision could come as late as next week. So that's the decision on what they're going to do with the draft. Is it going to be held in June? Is it going to be held after the season is completed? So we're waiting for word. I thought word would be, they kind of made it seem like word would come out this week. But when he says could be as late as next week, not happening this week, I'm going to be shocked almost if word comes down tomorrow or Friday that they've made a decision on what's going to happen with the draft. If they're saying could be as late as next week, what he means is it will be as late as next week. But they're running out of time on that. I don't see how they can take much longer to get a decision in on when that's going to happen. As I mean, we're almost halfway through May, so June is 2 weeks away. So they're going to have to make a decision, and I think they're going to need like a month from the time they decide till they actually have the draft. So right now it's the 13th today, so you're looking at the earliest the draft could be is mid-June. So they're going to make a decision soon. Arizona governor, I don't know his name, says sports can resume in Arizona as of May 16th. So they're going to be reopening. I don't know what sports he's talking about, if he's talking about all sports. But I also, to go along with that, just before I started filming, saw an article about, or a piece on Twitter about that the NHL is considering Arizona as one of those hub cities. So I would think because maybe they're going to be opening up quicker, they'll be more into the flow of it. That Montreal would use, I guess, Phoenix and the home of the Coyotes, that rink. They've said that they want NHL arenas because it offers everything they need. So it would be in Phoenix and the Coyotes arena if that's the case. Not on the hockey subject, but sort of. I mean, most NHL players play golf. A lot of people who watch hockey play golf, and apparently in Quebec, golf should be returning as of May 20th. So we're the 13th today, and that would be a week away. And apparently in Ontario, maybe as soon as this weekend. So golf looks like it's going to be the first thing opening up and getting people out there and doing things again. And I'm a golfer, haven't played in a long time, but I'm not a bad golfer when I played. I would love to go out and play, but it's nice to see that something's happening again. And it's a sport that I think you could manage in this situation where you can stay distance from each other. You don't have to touch the flag. You can set up like a ring around the cup that you just have to get your ball there, and so you don't ever have to touch the flag. And really, there's not much there that people need to share, if at all. So whatever was there, like the ball washer, you could do things around that. So golf opening up, that's kind of good news to see some things happening. And I think, like I said, it's something that I think could open up. Next up, the Montreal Canadiens have signed their prospect Cam Hillis to a 3-year ELC, which is good news. Hillis, last year with the Guelph Storm, in 62 games, had 24 goals, 59 assists, 83 points, at a +28, which are really good numbers. And, yeah, I see good things for Hillis. I don't think he'll be a superstar, but he could be a solid NHL player, and I believe he'll probably end up in Laval next season. I'm just talking about the AHL. We'll have to see, but if everything goes well, it should end up in Laval. May end up on the Habs if they expand rosters instead of opening up the AHL. I don't know. but he should be somewhere next season. He was drafted 66th overall in the 3rd round of the 2018 entry draft, and really had a good season last year. I was going to do a video about him, and I kept waffling on it, and it just never came out. So I didn't, but they signed him to a 3-year ELC. Habs prospect, one of my favorite prospects. He's not a top one yet, but I think he's going to be a good NHL player. Raphael Harvey-Pinard of the Chicoutimi Saguines of the QMJHL. He was awarded the Marcel Robert Trophy, which is given to the 2020, well, this year is 2020, CIBC Scholastic Player of the Year. So that's for a guy who's doing well. I imagine he's doing well in school. And is a good hockey player. And he's a damn good hockey player. Don't know how this kid dropped to the 7th round. We got him in the 7th round last season. I was really happy to see that because I think this kid is going to be a solid NHL player. Now, I don't think he's going to be a first liner, maybe not even a second liner, but this kid I think can play on a scoring 3rd line. He gets points. I think last season he had, not the one that just passed, but the one before, so 2018-19, he had something like 87 points. He's captain of his team. He gets points, goals and assists. I think he's just a great player. Don't know why he dropped. I guess he's one of those underrated players. Very intelligent guy, and I think he's going to do well here in Montreal. I really do. I have this gut feeling about him. So congratulations to Raphael Harvey-Pinard for winning that Scholastic Player of the Year award. So I guess that's it. I've got nothing else up there. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up. And please, any comments you may have about this, any of the stories here, please head down there to the comment section and let me know what you think about any of this stuff. And while you're down there, if you haven't subscribed already, subscribe and ring that notifications bell. That's going to get you your daily fix of Blue Blanc Rouge right here at Talking Habs. So thanks everybody for watching this video. Please, everybody, stay safe. That means wash your hands a lot, put on a mask, and stay home as much as you can. I know here in Quebec, they are talking about, at least in Montreal, about making it mandatory to wear a mask when you go outside. I think at that point, when they make it mandatory, they're going to have to kind of give the masks out because some people, I mean, I don't have official masks, like real ones. I make my own. So that might happen here. So I don't know where you all are living, where you're watching from, but that's what's happening here. I just thought I'd bring that up. Once again, thanks everybody for watching. And that's it. Peace out, y'all. See you next video.